future self now. So with being your future self now, you gotta think like the person that you want to become. And people get this confused with fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it is similar, but you're not embodying that person you want to be from within so much, I guess. But when you are being that person that you want to be, you actually are acting like them. You are behaving like them. You believe that you're them, and you behave and you believe and you become them. So that's a little bit of a difference between fake it till you make it, because faking it is similar, but it's faking it. When you are being your future self, like you are literally being that person, there's no difference to it being like today or tomorrow or in the future. You've already pulled that person towards you, and you're embodying their traits and their behaviors and stuff. So that's the cool thing. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that it's that simple, and that it's simple, but it's about putting it into practice. Because we all know that it's possible to become that person that we want to be, but it's about becoming that person in terms of their behaviors and their traits and stuff. So yeah, like if we think about how they might act, what their behaviors are like, who they associate themselves with, how do they speak, how do they breathe, you know, what's their posture like, are they funny, are they this, are they that. One exercise I like to do is you kind of just get a piece of paper and you draw 2 columns, and it reminds me of Dr. Joe Dispenza, because how he says about you believe, you behave, and then you become. And then I thought, okay, let me do an exercise. So the exercise is where you have to do the 2 columns, then you will write who you already are, like those traits, what that person's like, and how, like all these little things that you do that just come to your mind. And then in the other column you write like future self now, or like who I'm becoming, something like that. And it's a powerful exercise because it lets you now put all of the traits that that person embodies. How do they act? What do they do? How do they treat people? What do they do to make money? Like all these different things. Do they help people? Do they help themselves more? Blah blah blah. And that is a good way of seeing on a piece of paper what that person is like. And like you want to get down to the smallest details of like how do they go to the gym? Do they like what's their body like? Stuff like that. And you will become your future self as soon as you decide that. And this is the thing, right? It's so simple, but people overthink it. We all overthink it, and we think it can't be that simple. It's like humans want it to be harder than it is. The human brain is trying to make you think that you got to do more than you think that you need to do, rather than just doing it, being that thing. So it's pretty simple, like when you really think about it. You kind of just go for the goal and then you become that thing. So it's it's more simple than we think it is, and that's the cool thing about it. I'm just thinking of a couple more things about the future self thing. big thing is, so one, like a lot of people don't think that you can change within an instant, and they want to make it a bit harder for themselves, as if like torturing themselves is worth it. Because it's like people want it to be harder. I don't understand that. People want it to be that. Like I feel that people think it's, if you don't suffer as much as you need to through the process, then is it even is that real? Is that part, like, is that thing gonna even happen? But this is part of the process. Like you gotta see who that person is, become that person, and not to have any doubts, because you are walking as if you are them, because you are them, and you can change that in an instant. You just gotta realize that, and that is a quantum jump to the person you want to be. The person you want to become is out there. They have those qualities that you desire. So you just got to embody it, become it, behave like them, breathe like them, speak like them. Fake it till you make it is more like, you might buy certain things, and you might. The problem with fake it till you make it is that people fake it, but they're inside, they're not that person. They're not acting like that person within. Because so many people have like, I don't know, like a fake Rolex or nice cars and stuff, but inside, deep down, they know they're still that old person, where they're not who they think they are. But becoming a new person, being your future self now, means you really, like, within you embody that character that you love yourself to be, like your future self. And that's not faking it, because you are literally bringing them to you. And that's the difference. It doesn't mean you have to go out and buy fake watches, and you don't have to go and buy like all these things to become that person. It comes from inside you. That person might have all these material things, but that is a byproduct of the changes you make within you. Because it's like, if you see yourself as someone who lives a luxury lifestyle, who has great acquaintances, all this stuff, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and do that like straight away. You need to do things in like little baby steps to sort of convince yourselves that it's possible, and that you can do that thing, that you can be that person. I mean, like, it's not too complicated like that. And it also about, you want to, throughout your day, you want to be able to sort of keep going back to that person you are. You know, like, it takes practice. You might your thought pattern might be like the old self, but then you keep bringing yourself back, and you keep renewing, being that person that you see yourself as, and those patterns will start to get embedded into the brain, and it will link all these neurons and all this stuff, all this sciencey stuff. It will start to take place, and you'll start feeling different over some time. It doesn't happen like that feeling of feeling, like truly feeling different, it doesn't happen like overnight. But this is the thing, you have to have that part where you believe in and you behave and you become like that person. Because the more you start becoming like that person with your actions and your arms and stuff and your body, and you start putting your body into motion as if you are that person, it will start to make your brain realize that I am that person. And then I'm saying, like, over time, repetition, you start becoming that person, and then you start realizing that person you once were was a distant memory. It wasn't like, it's not like you will never remember who you once were. It's just that you've now upgraded yourself, and you're better than who you were. You're the best version of yourself. You're the future you who lives their life in a certain way, who does things in a different way, and that's where you're changing your reality. So yeah, this video is like, it's in the dark, I'm driving, but that's the main thing here about being your future self. You can do it. You just have to really know that you can do it and be that person, and to not overcomplicate it, and nor do you want to doubt it. You don't want to have to doubt that you can become that person, because doubting is the worst thing, because it's like a lower vibe of the energy scale, where you don't believe that you can be that person. That's like one of the worst things you could probably do, because you are that person. It's just the time hasn't caught up yet. So it's possible if you let it be possible. If you believe that it's possible, it will be possible. If you believe that it's not possible, it won't be possible. So it just shows you that anything is possible. Good, bad, in the middle, whatever. It's up to you. So whatever you put your energy on, and whatever you put your attention on, it's just gonna grow. So, it's a process, and it's not like most people will do this. It's the ones who want to be their future selves. Alright.